Oh, fish on. Fish on. What is this? Is this a snag? No, it's a fish. Hey, what's up? This is Todd from Your Fishing Adventure, and I'm actually looking for the Loch Ness Monster. No, I'm just kidding. This is Mooresville, North Carolina. It's Lake Norman. This is my second trip here this winter. It's been really fun, some great fishing, but now the water temperatures are dropping. It's in the low 40s now, and the fishing is really slowing down. So I'm going to go ahead and drive another 6.5 hours south. Started in Pittsburgh, came here, going 6.5 hours farther now, down to Alabama, specifically Lake Martin. The place looks beautiful in the pictures online. Hopefully I catch something. As usual, I won't have anybody helping me or any guide or local person in the area to show me where the fish are. So my goal right now is to paddle through this fog, get back to the boat launch, and sleep in the hotel and leave first thing tomorrow morning to get there in the afternoon. I'm told, from what I'm seeing online, there's really good striped bass fishing there and also largemouth bass fishing. So I've never seen Lake Martin before. This is definitely a first. I don't know exactly what to expect, but tomorrow we're going to find out. Take a look. So far this is really beautiful. It's supposed to be high 70s today, so this is good. I'm doing my usual scan for seagulls here to see where the bait fish might be to find the striped bass. I'm not seeing any, so I'm going to go ahead and paddle out and see what I can see from there. I'm not seeing any seagulls though, so I'm going to go ahead and look for drop-offs. I've already checked this out online. I did a search of the name of the lake with the word depth and map, and that brings up that site that I referenced in episode 1, and it shows you, a topographical map of the lake, and I found some drop-offs. So I'm going to go ahead and paddle towards those and see what we can find here. Place is beautiful. I'm just looking at these rocky shorelines. It looks like Michigan or parts of Canada, and yet you got this clear water. Really nice so far. Just using a 1/8 ounce jig with a 3-inch Berkley Gulp minnow. Oh, fish on. Little one. Oh, little largemouth. Nice. Nice little guy. Doing another cast here, exact same spot. I have a really good feeling about this spot because it goes from 22 feet down to 35 feet right here, and got a fish on the first cast. So let me tell you about the equipment. This fishing pole, it's a 7-foot medium action pole. It's actually special because my father made it a long time ago. It says 1986 on it when I was a kid. He actually hand wound the thread on it. I'll show you the pole at some point after this cast maybe. And my pole had broken. I needed one, and we were about to go on a fly-in fishing trip to northern Canada where they dropped you off with a pontoon plane, and you have pretty much no technology up there. If your depth finder battery fails, you pretty much don't know where the bottom is. You have to just use old school techniques, and we managed to catch tons of fish up there. It was so much fun, and the fishing pole's held up ever since. Oh, fish on. Fish on. What is this? Is this a snag? No, it's a fish. Oh, you guys, this is a fun one to catch. Boy, it just whacked that jig. It was not a subtle winter hit at all. Oh, it's a largemouth. Oh, very nice. Beautiful fish. So spotted bass, not sure. We don't have many of these in Pennsylvania. Oh, fish on. I was not ready for that. I was putting on sunblock and just letting it sit. And this guy is on here. Nice. So let me show you the fishing pole closer. Like I said, it's hand wound. He usually did more elaborate patterns, diamonds, stuff like that, but we were about to do that fishing trip to northern Canada in the late 80s, and he put this thing together and it's held up ever since. Beautiful here. About to wrap up for the day. No striped bass. I'm gonna keep trying though. I got one full day tomorrow. So those largemouth bass were really fun to catch yesterday. I'm still looking for striped bass. This place is a new area, looks kayak friendly. Gonna give it a try. So looking around, again, I'm not seeing any seagulls in this part either. So I'm gonna go ahead and use the depth finder to look at the bottom to find drop-offs and go from there. So I'm on the water now about 10 minutes and the depth finder is not working. This brand is usually pretty reliable. I had one fail in the past because I got it wet and the company sent me a new one. It might just be a matter of just having to clean the transponder or something like that, but it's not working. Those depth maps that I showed you online, those are pretty good, but the water level's a lot lower than it usually is right now in the winter. So those are a little bit off, so I'm gonna have to find a different way to find the bottom. When our depth finder would fail when I was a kid, my dad used to say, you look at the contour of the land above the water, it usually matches the contour below the water, so outcroppings or steep slopes next to the water can usually help point to drop-offs. On the other side of the lake, it looks like there's a steep slope. I'm gonna try over there. So this spot looks good. There's a nice slope leading down into the water. I've already cast it off here to my left, and I counted the jig down to the bottom. I know it falls at 1.5 feet per second, so when I felt the bottom, and you can kind of get a feel for it after you use the same jig for a while, I could feel the bottom at about 40 feet, counting down to, I got to about 25. That means it fell 40 feet. And then I cast it off to the right toward where that house is, and it was only about 15 feet. I didn't count very far before I could feel the bottom. So I'm gonna cast in between those 2 points. That's where I think there's a really good drop off and see what happens. Oh, nice, fish on. Nice, that was right where I expected the drop off to be. Decent fish, nice pull to it. Not running off a lot of drag like a striper would do. I'll take it, this is a fun one. I am seeing some seagulls, but they're really far away and I can't tell if they're actually feeding or not. So rather than trying to cross that large area of the lake, I'm going to change things up entirely. There's a river that flows into this lake, and it's a lot shallower, but it's not working in terms of trying to catch the striped bass here. I'm catching a lot of largemouth bass, which I like, but I'd really like to try to catch at least one striped bass before this trip is over, so I'm going to change locations. So I'm not seeing any seagulls here either, so I'm going to go ahead and just punt the ball on the striped bass and go back to the original spot where I started and try to catch some more largemouth. Look how clear that water is. Oh, fish on, first cast. These little medium to small fish can really fight here. So that looks like a statue of Elvis on an undeveloped island. That's not somebody's backyard. I did a quick Google search. I didn't see anything, but if anybody knows anything about it, let me know in the comments. I'm really curious. Oh, this is a fish. Boy, he hit it hard. That was not subtle. Really good hit. Another little hard-fighting largemouth. Oh, you guys, check out this island over here. The wind is picking up, getting a nice drift across here. I think this is going to be good. Oh, fish on. You can't see behind me. I have the GoPro on my head, but there's a rocky cliff behind me, and I can tell there's a drop off right here. Very nice, healthy looking fish. Off to the left over there, that's the rocky shoreline that was behind me before. Oh, fish on. Oh, now the seagulls come. Thanks for nothing, guys. Trip's over. Show me the striped bass next time, though. This was really fun, but we are running out of time. I wish I had more time down here. This was great. Such an incredible escape from the harsh weather of Pittsburgh in February right now, and to come down here to Lake Martin in Alabama. I hope you enjoyed the scenery. If you like this video, go ahead and click on the like and also become a subscriber to see future videos. If you would like to see me try a particular lake, just go ahead and mention that in the comments. I'm happy to check it out. I hope you enjoyed. See you on the next one.